Europe descended into war, Japan had already begun its ruthless expansion across East Asia. In 1937, the Imperial Japanese Army invaded China, unleashing a campaign of terror that would culminate in the rape of Nanjing. Cities fell, villages burned, and civilians were slaughtered in unspeakable numbers. But amid the fire and fear, some refused to kneel. One of them was a young woman named Cheng Benhua. She was only in her early 20s, a native of Anhui province, living in a small rural town swept up in the chaos of occupation. When the Japanese came, many fled or surrendered. Cheng chose a different path. Despite having no formal military training, she joined the local resistance. She helped smuggle messages, guided guerrilla fighters through backwoods terrain, and risked her life daily under the eyes of the enemy. Her courage was quiet but resolute. She wasn't famous then. She was just another woman refusing to be erased. But war has little mercy for defiance. In early 1938, Cheng was captured by Japanese forces during a raid. Suspecting she was aiding resistance fighters, they demanded names. She gave none. They beat her, tortured her, and in an act of cruelty designed to break her spirit, she was gang-raped by soldiers over several days. Still, she refused to speak. What happened next is known only through fragments, soldiers' notes, witness testimony, and one haunting photograph. Cheng Benhua was sentenced to death. But it was not a swift execution. The Japanese, in a twisted display of dominance, chose the bayonet. As the soldiers gathered, she was brought forward, her battered body held upright by sheer will. A Japanese officer, intrigued by her composure, decided to document the moment. He raised a camera. What the lens captured was not fear. Cheng stood tall, her arms folded across her chest, her clothes torn, her face bruised, but her spine unbroken. Her head was held high. Her gaze pierced the air, locking onto the camera with unflinching defiance. And then, she smiled. Not a smile of surrender, not of madness. It was the smile of a woman who had already won. In that final moment, Cheng Benhua reclaimed everything they tried to steal from her. Her dignity, her agency, her humanity. The photo, smuggled out after the war, would go on to become an icon in China, a symbol of fearless resistance against oppression. It was printed in textbooks, displayed in museums, and burned into the collective memory of a nation. But for decades, her name was nearly lost. The photograph was simply titled, "Unknown Chinese Woman Before Execution." Only later would historians identify her as Cheng Benhua and uncover the story behind the image. Her identity had been erased by war, but not forever. Today, in the city of Nanjing, where over 300,000 civilians were massacred by the Japanese army, a 5-meter bronze statue stands in her honor. Her pose is the same. Head high, arms crossed. Silent but proud. The sculptor captured that smile, the final act of defiance from a woman who refused to die without meaning. But monuments can only go so far. What endures even more than bronze or stone is the feeling she left behind. A kind of quiet fire, a reminder that even when every freedom is taken, even when your body is brutalized and your life is moments from ending, you can still choose who you are. Cheng Benhua died that day, but she did not lose. Her final smile was not just for her captors, it was for history, and history remembers.